And I love the feeling music gives me. And I will never compromise that.
All these politics. From all these politicians. From all these corrupt monsters. We want to talk there.
Motown, Motor City, Hitsville, a ghost town. the murder capital, the D. Everybody got a name to call it. For me, it's just Detroit, the place where I was born, the place where I'm living. Who am I? My name is Ade Mango Henderson Maynard. On wax, they call me Mr. Day. Motown, Motor City, Hitsville, a ghost town, the murder capital, the D. Everybody got a name to call it. For me, it's just Detroit, the place where I was born, the place where I'm living. Who am I? My name is Ade Mango Henderson Maynard. On wax, they call me Mr. Day.
The idea originally came about 3 or 4 years ago. I believe at the time people were asking me if I were tired of traveling around, and you know, I mean, I was doing like, I don't know, close to 200 parties a year and constantly on the road, and people were asking me, I remember at that time, if I was tired and how much longer do I think I would be able to actually continue to, to keep this pace up and DJ. That was about 3 or 4 years ago. Maybe I should begin to think about how to archive or kind of prepare some type of documentation of what I do now, so that when the time comes and I'm too old or physically unable to do, I have this documentation, and it could possibly be used at some time in the future, whether for programming or for some type of example of what a DJ would do or in a certain situation. So I broke the idea down to just a projection, and we came into a studio like this and just made a sample of a recording of me just DJing, and we tested it in Tokyo at a party at the Liquid Moon. We really wanted to see if the people would really respond to an image of someone actually DJing without physically being there. It worked. We had another opportunity to try it last year at Sonar Festival in Barcelona, which is a much larger group. It's about 20,000 people in one room. It's a massive event. And we did basically the same thing, and it was pretty much the same response. So I thought that that would, those two indications would be great to kind of proceed to put together a project. The more documentation we have, the more capturing of someone in action, the more that we can look at and understand what makes the whole music, the whole genre of electronic music special. Capturing someone in the studio, piecing compositions together, and why they choose these keys instead of those keys, and yeah, it just. I think it's quite important. hello. We're here in the studio to give you a walkthrough of some of the music on the DVD that you're watching. And I'm here with very talented composer and scorer of all the music, Thomas Roussel. And let's see, what do we have? We have the first track is called Medium C. Very different composition. It took me a while to conceptualize the structure of it, and then to make it. It was made in about 4 different parts because I could not play from the beginning to the end, and it is in regards to a psychological analysis of the human psyche, and it was a concept album that was made on that subject. So it's kind of spooky, It really deals with the subconscious and things like that. So the music reflects that. Let's take a listen to the track. So what we're listening to now is actually the second half of the composition, and it starts off with a really nice bass line, which is actually the contrabass, and
very close to your...
Yeah, it's very close to the original composition, and that bass line actually worked very well with this kick. Maybe you can let that solo up, and it's kind of like a flip type of kick sequence that I had going there, and the only I know this, but it was really important that the hi-hats were really sexy in this track.
Very high.
So we put together a pattern where the hi-hats are kind of sliding towards each other, and kind of cascading across the way, and so that worked out quite nice. In the original track, there wasn't a tambourine or anything that actually had this type of frequency range.
Very high.
But what we did to accent the percussion, we put in a tambourine, which worked out quite nice. And we gave it a very like a ritual type of effect to it.
And in this part we have the violins.
Right.
Which are doing like a phasing effect between them. We have the first violin playing some very short notes.
How many violin players were there? There were.
For the 2 parts we have maybe 30 violins. 35.
So right, okay. It was pretty full. It's quite nice.
The first one we're doing some very short notes. The second one, the same notes but longer. And we have like a phasing effect, like in electronic music, but with the orchestra, and it works quite good. Quite well.
The brass was quite important. I think it kind of broke up the track into different sections. It kind of created a dividing type of structure to the track, a very minimal track. So I thought that was quite important, and those are predominantly trumpets, and
just here,
quite nice. Yeah, kind of a big band type of stab, which is quite nice. Let's see, and we've got the kettle drums, which are quite nice.
We have it just here.
Yeah, that's
with the bass.
Very deep, and so let's stop here. Let's go back.
At the beginning, the strings are playing like clouds of notes. Really strange, because in the original track we have something not really defined and not really clear.
Yeah.
We are going to hear the trumpet part, and the trumpet plays with the violin, this is a part that you asked me to add when we were working 4 or 5 months ago, and they add some rhythm to the strings.
Nice, very nice. I think kind of like a bugle type of sound, you know, which is quite it's quite nice. So so there we have medium C, the structure of medium C, and yeah,
That's it.
yeah. So it's Gamma Player, and it's a lovely track. The string lines.
It's one of my favorite too.
Yeah, it's just, you know, very emotional, lonely in a certain way. It's a lonely track, and I really like the beginning of this, how it just starts with, like, you know, the kettle drum.
The strings are really dark.
Yeah, it just gives me the feeling that, you know, the listener is about to embark on something that is great, and the only way to accent that is these big kettle drums. So I thought that was quite nice. What I did for the drums here was kind of similar to what I did for the original composition. It wasn't one pattern of four beats. It was 3 patterns of 4 beats, which created a certain type of sequence where the same thing rarely fell in the same place.
It moves, yeah.
It moves, and so it never really allowed you to become very comfortable with hearing the same thing at the same place.
You don't know where
Yeah,
you are.
it was quite nice. Like most of the tracks I made, the hi-hat is always really important. It should kind of slither like a snake. So, you know, that's working this way with the track. What about the contrabass? The bass line is always quite important. Very tender sound. Very, very nice.
It's a very repetitive bass line, and the chords are moving on it.
And, you know, the strings.
Yeah.
The strings are really beautiful. Right. There's that nervousness that I was talking about. Yeah, it's quite nice. And then there's a lower string level line that's playing.
The cellos.
It's quite, yeah. Very nice. Very uplifting change. Chorus in the track. Very nice.
For the strings, it was quite evident because you recorded strings in your original track. So I just put the same notes on the score with the effect of mutes on the violins to have this dark sound at the beginning, and it works good at the beginning. And I wanted to play with the 2 groups of brass and violins, and to make some delays effect.
Let's see. Why don't you show us?
Yeah, at the beginning.
Yeah. We'll just jump back to the beginning here.
So at the beginning, big chords like that, and some delays effects.
That's nice. That's very nice.
But we didn't use, of course, delays in studio, and maybe we can separate the groups to
yeah, sure.
to see. Okay, the chords of strings. Very dry, no delays. And then let's hear the brass. Okay. And it feels like a real delay effect on the orchestra. And in the whole song we have this kind of effect. And it was like a game for the musicians to do that type of effect, because it's not natural at the beginning, but we can think it's a real delay.
Okay, so yeah, that's Gamma Player. So we are here with Sonic Destroyer in front of us. Well, it sounds like what it says. It's a Sonic Destroyer, and it is
very loud.
It is loud and extreme and dangerous, lethal, and yeah, it's like, you know, something straight out of a science fiction movie. So how in the world did you possibly create the strings for something like this? I mean, this is just a 100% techno record. I mean, how did you start to do this?
In this track, every instrument are playing at the top of what they can do. They play very loud, very high.
Top meaning
in terms of
the notes
volume and notes, everything. Each instrument